Hello there, first graders. It's Miss Hess here. Hope everyone's doing well out there in your homes. I understand that you guys are currently working on topics to do with the sun and the moon in class. So I found a really interesting book about a journey to the moon. And it's called, as you can see on my screen, 8 Days Gone. And our author's name is Linda McReynolds, and it's illustrated by Ryan O'Rourke. So this electronic book is a story about the Apollo 11 mission to the moon. And Apollo 11 was the first space flight that first landed humans on the moon. That happened in 1969. That's quite a while ago. But anyway, sit back and relax while we get to experience their very first journey. Okay, that's our title page. Hundreds gather, hot July. Spaceship ready, set to fly. Launch pad countdown, smoke and flame. Rumbling, blasting, seizing fame. Rocket orbits, engines fire. Toward the moon, soaring higher. It's been an amazing experience to be one of the 3 astronauts on Apollo 11. Shrinking planet, streaming fast, starry darkness, sprawling, vast. What is that planet called over there that astronaut is seeing out his window? That's right. That's us on planet Earth. Fasten helmets, gloves, and boots. Backpacks, air tanks, bulky suits. So getting ready for the first moonwalk. Spacecraft readied, system checks. Lunar module disconnects. Michael Collins stays with ship, waits observing, tracking trip. So Michael Collins, that astronaut, stayed inside the ship, and if we go back to the previous page, the lunar module separated from the ship. Okay? So that's important to know. So Michael Collins was the guy who stayed with the ship. Nation watching, bated breath. Eagle landing, life or death. So that was a really big thing in 1969, which was a really long time ago. The whole United States got to watch the moon landing live. And it had never been done before. So it was very kind of scary and suspenseful. You know, everybody was sitting on the edge of their seats wondering, are these astronauts going to be able to accomplish this? Armstrong makes his one small step, giant leap from years of prep. It's Neil Armstrong. Edwin Aldrin hops around, boot prints left on ashen ground. So there were 2 astronauts that got to walk on the moon. So that was Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin. Desolation, silent, dark, tranquil sea, barren, stark. Wow, boys and girls, those are some pretty interesting vocabulary words right there. Okay, so we'll first look at that word desolation. This word desolation, that means like emptiness. Okay? Desolation means emptiness. We know what silent means. We know what dark means. Tranquil. That means if something's tranquil, it's just calm and peaceful. Barren means like there's nothing growing there. Lifeless. And then stark, the last word, that means bare and plain, no shelter. So the moon was like, nothing there, basically. Haul equipment, careful test. Exploration, lunar quest. So quest is like a mission. I'm on a mission, right? So they took lots of samples of the moon for studies. Snapping pictures, planting flag, soil samples, rocks in bag. So they collected all kinds of things to bring back to planet Earth for testing, right? So we could learn about the moon. Eagle docking, mission ends. Journey home to family, friends. Swiftly speeding, Earth ahead. Ship arriving, news is spread. Yay! So this is another very dangerous time for this journey, because when they re-entered the Earth's atmosphere and actually landed in the ocean, it was very dangerous. Ocean splashdown, heroes seen. Helicopter, quarantine. Boy, this is the word of the day, isn't it? Quarantine means to be by yourself, right? Like we're having to do basically in our homes right now, to be away from people. So when the astronauts splashed down, they had to be quarantined because they didn't know if they would be sick or what the effects would be from being on the moon. So they had to be by themselves, quarantined for a while. Brave explorers, safe return. Data gathered, much to learn. Yay! Very, very famous guys to this day. Lunar mission, reach new heights, pave the way for future flights. And that's the end of our book. This author's note on the last page is some information about that first journey, the Apollo 11 to the moon. I won't read through that. But what did you notice about that story? What was the coolest thing about how it sounded? That's right, it rhymed, right? Rhyming is always such a nice feature of a book. So this was in fact a nonfiction book, right? So nonfiction means true. So we get information from our nonfiction books, and I hope that you enjoyed this book. And I wish you all a good day. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.